My next one, you probably have...
Oh, I can't have another. Please, Greg.
You have to shovel one more down.
All right, one more.
This
But
one
that's
isn't...
it.
This one isn't like the rest of them because it's got hot dog in the title, but it's not quite a hot dog. Hot dog on a stick. Stick. I don't know if you know this, if you did the math. Hot dog on a stick, actually a corn dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
Common knowledge.
The original hot dog on a stick, the address for that is the Pacific Ocean. Just go looking for it in every mall you've ever been to. Actually, the original address is 1633 Oceanfront Walk. It's facing the beach. It's on the walk. It's like steps away from Santa Monica Pier.
Yeah.
Hot dog on a stick does not serve hot dogs, but they do fry up a mean hot dog on a stick. Corn dog, the ugly cousin of a hot dog.
Yeah, hot dog with syphilis.
I don't know if you're a fan. I do like hot dog on a stick a lot.
I've only had it once. I had it with you because they were having like free hot dog on a stick day, so you pulled me out of bed. And
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good day, wasn't it?
that was a great day.
Have you had a cheese dog on a stick? Because those are good
Ew,
too.
that's gross.
It's the fried batter with cheese and a stick and it's melted cheese. It's like nachos on a stick.
Greg, please go on.
Don't get me started on lemonade either, because that lemonade's good. Got a little honey in it.
Ugh, I like that.
Hot dog on a stick opened up in 1946.
So that's the same.
Yeah, we're all in the same pair.
It's a good year for hot dogs.
Yeah, it's a good year for everything.
Or
Upward
corn
mobility.
dog. Yeah. A hot dog started in a bun, now it's on a stick. What's next?
Like I said, it opened up right there on Muscle Beach, which is really close to Santa Monica Pier.
Muscle Beach.
Muscle Beach, yeah. Santa
Muscle
Monica.
Beach is in Venice.
I guess they had their own Muscle Beach. There is an area on that walk where people work out. It has those Olympic rings that you grab.
All right.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, I've never been to the Olympics, sorry.
You didn't go to Russia in the 80s?
I was disqualified, and I think you remember very well what happened.
I just like to talk about it.
Yeah, you hired a guy to come smash my shins while I was ice skating.
Why? Its creator was a man from Dexter, Missouri named David Barham. He was born in June of 1913. The following is uncredited, so I feel uncomfortable saying, but I'm going to say anyways.
Perfect. Mr. Magoo.
Barham frequented, as a child, he'd go a lot to St. Louis and Chicago as a kid, and he was really upset that there was no corn dog chains. Now, they have hot dog chains, they had hamburger chains, but they didn't have a lot of corn dog chains. And one of his favorite treats was a corn dog. Why don't they have a corn dog chain? During the Depression, he moved to Detroit, where he had dreams of one day being the head of General Motors.
What a great time to move to Detroit.
Big dreams, this guy. So when that fell through, he moved west, pretty much with the intention of him and his wife just lying around the beach all day, which was all they really wanted. Muscle Beach.
It was when he got there.
This was 1939 when he got here, around the same time that Art also got around to Florence and Normandy in that area, started making chili dogs. He got a job testing radar equipment at Lockheed.
Oh.
But he spent all his spare time at Muscle Beach because he was kind of a health nut, which is really weird because a health nut who went on to sell tasty, fattening treats to everybody.
The exact opposite of a health nut.
He eventually, hanging around Muscle Beach, started noticing small concession stands selling ice creams and lemonades and stuff. So he's like, oh, what's it take for a guy like me to do that? So he borrowed $400 from his brother and he opened up his own stand, Party Puffs. Which was selling ice cream cones and lemonades, which is what most people had. And then eventually he was trying to notice how he can fit other items into people's hands. So he took his mom's cornbread recipe and used it as a batter to make his patented hot dogs on a stick. Because, you can walk around, you could stroll around the pier with a hot dog on a stick.
It's like a popsicle. It's like a dinner time popsicle.
Yeah, it's like a dinner time popsicle. Like, you got to eat your supper before you have dessert. I can have both at the same time.
Yeah, why not? Corn dog on one end of the stick, a creamsicle on the other.
The benefits.
Here I come, Muscle Beach.
Get ready for my rolls. I read an article. He was mentioning the benefits of having a hot dog on a stick, particularly it being on a stick.
I'm curious.
Here's the benefits of a stick.
Yeah.
It acted as a handy handle, providing hickory smoke flavoring, and could also be used as a toothpick after consumption.
If you have teeth like an ogre, sure, with giant gaps in between them.
Let's not make fun of people with big gaps in their teeth, please.
Let's not make fun of ogres. Come on, we don't want to get a bunch of emails.
We don't get one email.
What an ogre.
So right away it was a hit. As the stand started to get popular, he began to expand in 1948. About 2 years after opening, Barham took his hot dogs on the stick to a county fair, or several county fairs actually. He hooked up a portable hot dog stand to the back of his Lincoln Continental and started traveling county fairs with it, and it was starting to get really popular. The fair is also where he perfected his lemonade.
Do you think he started the tradition of having fried things at a county fair?
He might have been, yeah. I mean, it's it's 1948. It's time to experiment, Who knows?
Go wild. Fry what you want.
Fry what you want. Throw chili on everything. Let's see what's going to happen in the 50s.
Uh-oh, Korean War. Incoming.
Bring back all the fried stuff. We're going to need to turn that into bullets.
You're going to have to ration your cornbread. A war's on.
Turn all that chili into bullets. The company kept growing for the next 20 years. In 1973, he opened the first hot dog on a stick in a regional mall in Salt Lake City, Utah.
That must have been a treat for the Mormons.
about all they can eat, given what their religious limitations.
Thou shalt not consume lest it be on a stick. That's John F. Kennedy as God.
He put hot dogs in a stick in a mall before there was even really a food court, which was pretty interesting. I didn't.
Where did they go? In the H&M?
Yeah, he had one in the Forever 21. Actually, before they were dressing rooms, he would open a door and it would be a different stand.
He'd be standing there.
He'd be standing there with different
Hot
food.
dog on a stick?
Lemonade's about 3 doors down.
Around the corner?
Stupid idiot.
Around this milk, and then...
God, I don't like you. Around this time, he also began experimenting with the look of his employees. At first...
Okay.
Uniforms.
Oh, all right.
Stupid idiot.
Okay. This was
He
about
took
to
them
get
all to
very
Muscle
offensive.
Beach.
First, there was an ethnic cleansing.
And then the squats came. Squats.
Ein Squatsgruppen.
So at first he
A squatzo.
squatsies. Oh, that's why we get emails. That's why people look at us strange when we talk. At first he began, I saw a picture of what they looked like in the early 80s. They had like white berets and these smocks with colorful polka dots. They look like a sloppy paint job, or they just went paintballing for the first time.
It sounds like a French cook who's lost his mind.
Play-Doh? I hear there was also talk at some point of like straw hats and knee-length shorts, which just sounds farmerish to me.
That's Farmer John territory.
Certainly. He finally perfected, in quotes, the look. And for the record, I'm a big fan of this look. I think it's goofy and neat.
What?
It's neato. The red, white, and yellow striped go-go dancer look.
Yeah.
It's funny to me.
With the little toy boy.
Exactly. It was inspired by the whimsical mid-60s hot pants and jockey cap trends that was going around. Now, according to Ask...
I can't wait for that to come back around.
Any day now.
Oh, here it is.
Get those hot pants on. The employees say that the hats, which are handmade and customized to fit each new employee, make their jobs fun. Many former employees would like to disagree with that. I found a blog posting online of people saying that when they wore their outfits, they had to surrender all identity and live in 8 hours of shame. One poster wrote, "I sometimes have to remind myself that I actually chose this job." So it's not a hit if you have to wear it, but if you get an order from these kind of people, it's a treat. The uniforms, I knew you were going to ask, are also not for sale or rent.
Come on. I can't even rent it for my wedding.
You can't rent it for your wedding. But if you want one of these, the Glendale location is hiring. The company kept growing and expanding, and by 1984, it had 24 stores in 9 states, including non-contiguous states like Hawaii and Alaska. Now there is something like, I want to say like 105 stores. In 2001, the company opened its first airport location in Caracas. Uno lemonade, por favor, rápido.
That's their motto.
That is their motto. Barham died he actually died in 1991.
He just missed the riots also. That's too bad.
And as his final act of kindness, he made the franchise 100% employee-owned, led by a management team that he mentored over the years. It's the country's only 100% employee-owned and operated fast food chain.
I don't understand. What does that mean?
I think it means that all the employees get a say in how things are run.
Huh.
I believe there's no real management. I think it's...
So it's a...
horizontal... What's that? Horizontal
democracy on a stick.
We didn't have enough letters to spell all that out. We had an H, an O, and a T spare.
Just call it hot dog.
They'll know what we mean. In 1999, Muscle Beach Lemonade was branded, which you might know. Sometimes it has its own store. It has its own logo on the side of cups.
Never seen that before.
Oh, you've only gone once, so yeah. Muscle Beach Lemonade is something that they patented.
I frequent Muscle Beach.
Yeah.
But I've heard of Muscle Milk, which is what I produce, but I've never seen this.
You're actually holding me in your arms right now as I record.
I'm milking you.
So how did this 100% employee-owned operation turn out? The employee-run company in February of 2014 had to file for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Good job, employees. They've been trying to restructure the way business has run things, but to little avail. They're closing many locations, and the company is blaming...
Instead of hot dogs, can we just text instead?
I got an idea. Why don't I play Xbox all day in front of everybody and make them pay like $4.75? The company blames the bankruptcy on the decline of foot traffic in malls now that people are starting to shop online a lot more.
That's a convenient excuse.
Yeah, it's not that we don't like corn dogs anymore.
They're not cool. They're not
just
sexy like a chili dog.
Just slopped with meat and dripping all over my hands. Corn dogs, you conformist.
What are you hiding from? What are you hiding under that?
Take that jacket off, baby.
It's summer.
Later that year, the franchise was purchased for $12.2 million by, get this, Global Franchise Group.
Wow.
That name's so sexy.
The honor.
There are still plenty of hot dogs in the stick to go around. There's not been a huge drastic change to the menu or the outfits. So go pick one up today. They're ready for you.
I'm glad with all this upheaval, the outfits have stayed steady. The one thing the employees hate most.
Yeah, don't wear that hoodie. It's going to dishonor Barham, please. You keep that go-go outfit on.
What's more comfortable for frying up corn than hot pants?
When I eat a hot dog, I like to wear hot pants, and I like to make eye contact with people.
Yeah.
The original location...
I've never been there. I've seen the original one, and I thought that can't... Like, it doesn't really look the same as the other ones, and I keep thinking, like, they're stealing the ones in the mall.
This is like a Tommy's Tom situation. yeah, it's a little red shack that must be really hot in the summertime, especially with the fryers going. It's right there on the pier. No, it's not on the pier. It's next to the pier. It's next to Muscle Beach.
Yeah, it's almost under the pier.
It's very close to it, yeah.
Where all the homeless people are kissing.
Eating pigeons. I'm not going to let that joke
Those are
go.
hot dogs on a stick, right?
Their menu is very small, so I have no anxiety.
You won't get confused.
Yeah, but it's a nice little treat. And I can see the appeal of walking around with a corn dog and a little like boat full of ketchup and mustard. It reminds me of a childhood I never had.
It reminds me of a childhood I'm told I should miss.